Welcome to the Titanium Hangar. This is Mike, and I'm about to talk to you about the McFans Toys or Advanced Fire Engine and Crane. I got these from Show Z. You can get them from Show Z yourself. They're sold as a set for like 38 bucks, so less than 20 bucks a figure, and they're great. Well, let's get right into this. So welcome to the Titanium Hangar. This is Mike, and I'm going to talk to you today about the McFans Toys, or one of the many different names, the advanced version of Magic Square. These are Magic Square's designs, and I think these are the first two figures, the MSB01 and MSB02, and of course these were KO'd and oversized a little bit, and maybe even a little bit better. But let's get a look at the box before we get anything else. And here are the boxes, and of course we're looking at both of them because they come as a set. Where you see a fireman and the truck, and then you see all that good stuff, right? And the sides, great artwork, interesting. And the backs actually show the products. And the interesting thing about this is, like, it seems like every time McFans Toys comes out with another figure or another group of figures, there's some extra name attached to it. So I think it's interesting. So these are really cool. I'm going to show you some of the features that they all have and what's going on here in just a second. But I do want to say, I think they look good. We have this almost bluish paint, like a plus paint, but a little bit lighter and non-transparent at all. The wheels are made of hard plastic. We have little white colored tanks here. And then, now I don't know if this is just the design, but it seems like I have to fiddle with it. If I mess with it too much, I gotta fiddle with getting everything realigned so it looks more aligned. You can get it looking perfect just after you mess around with it a bit. It kind of shifts a bit, moves around a bit. But a pretty clean mode, I must say. Looks pretty good. And these are almost the same. They're almost completely identical. There's really the only difference is we've got some little bits and pieces that go here, and this is a ladder instead of a crane for the good old fire truck looking one. Fire engine red. See, the plastic actually has kind of a nice sheen to it versus, how do I explain this? Versus the Magic Square itself. The Magic Square plastic looks so flat, and this looks shiny. Now, I don't know if the actual MSB01 and MSB02 had a shine to it like this, but can you see the difference in that? The flat versus the shine to it. I do like that. And I see that with McFans Toy stuff. It's got a bit of a nice sheen to the plastic. A couple of features that we have here is you can store one of the guns in this hole in here, and it just plugs in, it stores, and then the way this crane is, you could close this down, and there's an opening so it doesn't obstruct the crane, because of the way the crane is. I mean, you could call that waffling, or you can call that a recess so the gun fits. The other thing is the crane does move forward a bit, and you can change the tips out, the end of it. So this one here is the Grapple. It's shipped with just a little hook on it, but I want to show you, you can take a little head, a little tight returns head, and it works, or pretty much anything you want to fit in there, an Energon cube, something cool. That would work. Here are all the rest of the accessories that you can use in the alt mode. So you simply disconnect it like that. And then I'll show you up close a reconnecting into here. You're going to just insert that into there. And you got a little hook. So now it's got a hook on it, which is the way it's shipped. And then the last accessory of all these accessories is you've got a little All right, there we go. Little thing at the end there, you can dig up some stuff, or maybe a little person can help elevate a human up. Hey, rescue me! But I think it's more for digging. But hey, it works. However you want to do it. And I'm gonna put it back into the piece that was there when it shipped. Fire engine has less accessories, but this does extend out that far, which gives you quite a bit of reach to put out some fires. And I do like the transparent piece there. That really works well. It can be swapped out with this one here. So it can be spraying whatever, spraying some cement or concrete. And so that really works. And they also have functions in the bot mode, and we'll get into that here in just a second. All right, so here he is next to, this is the official Hasbro version of Legends Sea Spray, and then this is the Magic Square UFO. Let's get them looking side by side, and one in front of the other, so you can kind of get a sense of scale. And I don't think he looks that bad. Actually, the trucks need to be bigger, don't they? Inferno, is it me, or is everyone else getting smaller? I've noticed that myself. Yeah, Prime's getting older. Yeah, he's shrinking in his old age. Hey guys, what's going on? Yes, I know, Carbots are small. Yeah, they are getting smaller, aren't they? Hey guys, I got a new invention. You want to see it? No, I guess not. I don't know what to say. I think Wheeljack's turned into a Micromaster. God, is that much time gone by? We're into Micromasters again? From where I'm standing, neither of you are very tall yourselves. So let's go ahead and do a transformation on this guy, and it's pretty simple. But the first thing I'm gonna do is take this gun out, set it to the side. We're going to untab. There's 4 tabs, 2 tabs here, and then 2 tabs here. So those tabs there and those tabs there, just those come untabbed. And then we're going to disconnect the legs, and we're going to fold the foot down, fold down this tank, and then slide down the leg. Just like that. We're gonna do it again on the other side. Fold down the foot, fold down the tank, slide down the leg, and you've got pretty much the legs done. I like starting with the legs, like I always do. We can fold up this piece here. Now I'm going to flip it around to the back. We're going to fold this down, fold these filler pieces, which they're known for. Magic Square does a really good job with some filler pieces. Slide all of this up here. Now we're going to open up the arms and slide all this in place, and then fold the arms around it. Okay. Untab this right here. You're gonna untap that. That was probably the trickiest part of this transformation, and you're gonna have to untab that on both sides. So there we go. Now, so it's going to kind of look like this as it folds up. Because each one of these pins in the joints, it only folds a particular way. So you don't fold it the wrong way or you'll break it. It only folds one way, each one. All right, so then you're going to tab these arms in. And then you're going to bring these pieces back. Let's show that back. You can bring that back to expose the hand. And then same thing here. So that's different than the whole hand flipping gimmick that you usually see. Now we're going to fold this down and back. And of course, close that up. And depending on, I mean, you could take that tip completely off, still back in the box if you want. But I just chose the smallest tip for robot mode. And there he is. And we're going to have a look flip the other one around and we'll get back to it. All right, so here is the second one, and I'm going to show you. Now, with the other one, I didn't bother turning the head around when I transformed it, but you can turn the head around so it's not as exposed. And then these pieces here need to flip around. And there we go. You got your little gun there. And there's a slight difference in transformation. I didn't really think I should show both transformations, so there's that. Let's take a good look at these guys in the robot mode, and I think they both look great. I love the blue on that. It's got some metallic paint, some silver metallic paint there. Not super toony. It's toony, but not super toony. I do believe on both of them on the waist have no paint. I think Magic Square has paint on the waist on at least one of them. And then like very, very little paint around. Like there's paint there, there's paint here, very little bit of paint. But he still looks great. I mean, they look good, and they kind of have that super toon look, and then of course a little bit of realism with this silver in there. There's some paint on the top of the shoulders. Let's look at real quick, the articulation of this guy. The head doesn't do a whole lot. You move it around in here, but this main piece doesn't move. And then the arm, you can go as far as you want to go, as long as you avoid that back piece. You do have the swivel right here, an upper arm swivel. You got elbow, single joint, you get the 90. All the way forward, all the way back on that. That's pretty good. And guess what? Can you make him stand while he does that? Let's see. Because I think these guys are pretty well balanced. They work really well. Forward stance, like that is, of course there's no ratchets, it's legends, but, okay, let's get down here. The knee, go 90 degrees. And then you have a swivel right here in the thigh. You also have the ankle forward. So you have and then you got the rocker, you got the ankle rocker and the ankle tilt. And it looks to be on a ball joint. Yeah, it's on a ball joint. Gives you everything you need, and guess what? Solid as a rock. Solid, solid, solid. Both of them almost identical, almost exactly the same when it comes to all the articulation. With this guy's got these little black pieces over here. We have a fire hose, and we have orange paint here. We have white paint there. There's some slight differences between the two. I still think they both look good. Let's go ahead and break out all of these wonderful accessories. Now I have separated their accessories in alt mode accessories and bot mode accessories. And the reason I did that, and I do that pretty much with every one of these videos, is so that we can focus on what we can use in front of us. So they both get these little guns, which appear to be painted exactly the same, and I wouldn't expect them to be painted any different. Both look like little screwdriver guns, and they'll fit right in their hands. It'll fit fine. I'm, again, scared of losing these extra tiny guns. That's just the way I am. I get scared about that, but now they each have two different guns right here. And when you look at these guns, one of them the barrel has a hole in the end, as you can see. And that barrel is going to hold this blast effect. Or not. Come on, you should be able to hold that. Well, at least this piece can hold it. And this piece here can hold the blast effect. So we're going to do some swap outs on the hand. And here's how it works. Pull that off and pop that on. And you got the hand. Same thing over here. Pull that off, you pop this on. And there's the hand. And the cool thing about this whole setup is that you can use these blast effects with these guys. Since you get them as a set, they can each have something shooting out. However you want to do it. It can work like that. Okay, here's how they scale with a few different companies. So this would be the New Age size, but it's Toy World. This is the McFans Toys version of Sideswipe. And of course, McFans Toys, and that's Magic Square. So I mean that would work for me. Let's also hit it from a little bit different angle, and I think it works. I think you can't have this with New Age. I mean, unless you don't really care about scale or all that stuff. So it's not that big of a deal. Here they are with a McFans Toy Seeker, and man, those McFans Toy Seekers are pretty big. And I like big, I like bigger, I like better. We're working in the plus realm here, which is where I like to live. But I think that works fine. That works out great. So these are the McFans Toys Advanced Crane and Fire Engine. And I gotta say, it's a pretty good set. The downside to them really is a lack of actual paint. But it's made up for in the fact that it has a shiny plastic. And that shiny plastic is beautiful. And that shiny plastic is shinier than most of the plastics I see from other Legends figures. So they're great. They may just be too big for some people, but I think they're fine in my collection because I'm on the plus side. Don't forget you can get these at Show Z, like 37, 38 bucks, less than 20 a piece. They're sold as a set. Like, subscribe to Deer Hanger out.